you can talk about is money.
What? Now you want to get nuts? Come on!
My man, how you doing, buddy? Oh, wait, I muted you. There he is. How you doing, pal?
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Yeah, good to be together with you, man. We haven't did we go live earlier this week together? I don't remember. I don't think I did.
We've been mad busy. We haven't had time to do nada.
We said we were going to the other day, but it just didn't happen. Hey, man, I'm up here in New York. I'm hiding in a corner with the AR-14 that Joe Biden talked about, and terrified up in here.
Yeah, I know. They got you guys on lockdown. They're now saying that you guys have the worst of it in the country.
Yeah, no, it's no joke.
Is there any truth to that, sir?
Yeah, actually, I'm seeing friends get sick and stuff like that. So yeah, it's true. It seems to be true.
Wow, you're saying it's so you're saying it is definitely true.
Yeah, well, from what I'm seeing, a local actually, I just found out last night, a local church planter, his wife, young lady with 2 little kids, maybe even 3 little kids, just posted that she got it the other day. And he's a good friend of mine, great guy, great couple. Yeah, if you know a few people in New York who've gotten it, so it does seem to be spreading. So
well, that's how you know it's serious, right?
Yeah, we'll see what happens up here. But yeah, I mean, around here, it's like everybody knows somebody now. It's not like some big mystery. So. That's
concerning, because I always said when you start knowing people, your neighbor gets sick, or friends and family start getting sick, now it's concerning. So you just confirmed that this is actually downright serious, because you just said you know people personally who have contracted this nastiness.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So I guess now is the time to panic, huh?
Yeah. Definitely time to up your sanitizer game. Well, the thing is that what people are finding is that people are carrying it and spreading it without knowing they have it, and that's obviously a horrible component. So, yeah, Grant, I said AR-14. I was making fun of Joe Biden. That flap last week. I don't know if people see the news that you and I see, Dex, that we just think everybody sees. I mean, most of our listeners would be in the same boat, but there was this big dust up with Biden and a factory worker, and the NRA posted that where he I didn't actually watch the clip, but at some point Biden yells something about an AR-14, which of course doesn't exist, so it's very funny.
Oh wow. Wow. So
the NRA capitalized on that. It was great. By the way, I gotta say, like, all politics aside, I know that's going to sound impossible when I'm talking about Joe Biden. All politics aside, that dude is not going to make it through this. And I'm not talking about the virus. I'm talking about him just being old and so stressed. He looks like he's going to die every time I see him. Is that just me?
Yeah. No. Other people have been saying things about him too.
Like, they keep him in a cage, drugged up, and then they pull him out and shove a microphone in his face and like threaten his dog or something.
The Alzheimer's memes and stuff have been all over the internet.
Like, I'm almost feel bad for him.
I know you've seen the video of him like stumbling and not making sense when he talks.
I had my wife cracking up because I was reenacting his live town hall where he holds his phone and he starts talking to the phone and then just walks away from the camera because he doesn't realize he's on camera.
Wow. See, stress is no joke, people. Stress is no joke.
Well, the thing is, I feel bad. You know, my parents are in ministry, and all of a sudden they have to figure out how to have an online church. And, you know, they have
a lot of churches are doing that.
They got a small church. They do a wonderful job. They minister to people. You know, they're really passionate about it. But they're older folks, and now all of a sudden they've got to figure out how to have a slick online church. Forget about it, man. Like, it's so difficult for them. So I feel really bad for people who are all of a sudden having to figure this out on top of, and I'm talking about the boomers, like literal boomers, on top of being worried about being the most vulnerable part of the population. They're all trying to figure out how to get online, and those who are still working. So, but yeah, I feel bad.
Wow.
Anyway, here's what we're doing today, folks. Sorry, we're chatty. Dex, we haven't even spoken on the phone this week, Dex.
No, we haven't.
Like, I was sending you texts like, "You okay?" So busy, we haven't even talked like we usually do. But
one word syllables.
Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, thumbs up here, fist punch there. But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into gear and do this webinar we promised people, which is our 20-minute webinar for to show you how to use the system, some basic stuff. So we'll look at that. But we've also had I personally keep getting requests to talk about the momentum trigger and how to use it, which is it's a part of our price trigger report. And frankly, I always in our really basic how to do stuff video, I don't even talk about it. I say that's an advanced feature because I don't want to confuse people, because you can totally use the system in such a simple, basic way. That's kind of where I always start with our videos. But we do have this thing on the page called the momentum trigger, and it does tell you something. But we're going to get into that at the end. So without further ado, Dex, I'm going to start burning through this webinar. Please pipe in if you've got anything to share. But of course, I want to say thanks, Dex. The pre-market pulse scans. It's funny. All news has taken on a new feel during this crisis. I even went so far. I'm actually, Dex, for the first time in years, I'm paying to watch fake news. I actually paid YouTube to get that YouTube TV subscription, so that I could watch the actual news feed live. Because I'm always, I'm a Twitter YouTube guy, and I got sick of watching like old clips of Tucker Carlson, 16 hours old, So I was like,
I haven't even had time to do that.
I was like, forget about it. I want to get live news. So I actually paid for YouTube TV. It's pretty cool, actually, because it's put on by YouTube, but it's essentially a cable package that you can turn on and turn off at any time and just use your YouTube with your internet. Anyway, all right, let's get down to this thing. So first off, we're talking about Dex's PulseWave trading, created by my main man Dex, live on the call with us right now, live on the stream. Right trades at right prices, just minutes a day. So first off, hold on, I gotta adjust my. There we go. First off, general advice disclosure. Trading is risky, man. You could lose money.
Oh yeah.
You could lose it all, man.
Pretty much, if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. So trading's for adults. You make your own decisions. We take no responsibility for the decisions you make. We just provide information. Make sure you understand the risks. And as Dex says, always use risk capital. Risk capital is money that if you lose it, it's not going to change your life. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to ruin your marriage or make you do terrible things that you'll regret. So did I overstate the warning? Now everybody's just like, this is terrifying.
Yeah, I think you did a wonderful job.
So encouraging, Dex. Hold on, my computer's catching up with me. That's what's happening. So let's talk about what you need to start pulse waving and using the PulseWave trading system. Of course, we're talking about.
Come on.
You triggered the. Oh, I know what I did.
Oh, were you about to blame me for that?
I was.
You said you triggered
Dex, and then I realized, oh, it's me. I did that.
That's right. It's not me, Frank. It's you.
It's true. You know what it was? I went to our trading dashboard, and our live stream goes there. So our live stream kicked in as soon as I went to the page. So my bad.
That's what's up.
What we're talking about here on this crazy Friday morning is pulsewavetrading.com. So if you're not aware of what Dex does in his day job when he's not on the internet talking about markets and viruses, we have pulsewavetrading.com, which takes Dex's 20 plus years of work and codifies the whole thing into a simple trading system using his price trigger reports, which are posted every weekday evening, starting Sunday night through Thursday evening. And those reports are updated every day. You know, Dex, we gotten so used to this. I stopped saying this about PulseWave trading a long time ago, but something people need to understand about your PulseWave trading system is that we're not sitting around. And it's funny because there was a new member the other day, and you were posting your positions, and I got the impression that the new member thought that was the reports. And I was like, oh, no, that's just what DEX is doing. There's thousands of reports and we update them every day. You don't need to wait for DEX. We're not
Not at all.
waiting for a guru to say, here's a tip on Apple stock. That's not what PulseWave trading is.
Nope.
The same reports that DEX uses to trade as the pro who created them, that I use to trade as a member who uses them, that all of our members, whether it's our free members or our paid members and our Action Pack Plus and Pro memberships, we're all using the same reports that are posted like clockwork every evening. We're all trading whatever we want to trade. We're not dependent on DEX, though, of course, there are many people who want to know what DEX is doing and want to see what he's interested in, so we make that available as well. But there are thousands of reports posted every night at PulseWave Trading. If you're like me and you're a really boring person, you immediately go to the Bitcoin USD pair, enter your contract trades, check out a couple forex pairs and call it a night. Or maybe you're more of a pro like Dex. He has his short list of, I don't know, 20 to 40 different things that he's keeping an eye on at any minute. But the point being that people trade all kinds of instruments using the price trigger system and using the price trigger reports that come out every night. So that's what this webinar is about. It's about what you need to use the system, what it's like to use the system on a day-to-day basis, in terms of what your habits would be, what kind of things you would expect to be doing on a day-to-day basis using the system. That's what we're jumping into now. So what do I need to start pulse waving? And first thing you're going to need, I keep doing that. I keep selecting it and double tapping it. You need a brokerage account of some type. So that's actually a lot less intimidating than it sounds. If we go to the dashboard at PulseWave Trading, by the way, anybody can go to the dashboard. The only difference is if you're not logged in or if you have a free membership, you'll see our ads to upgrade. That's the only thing different on the public-facing side of the dashboard. And let me pause our live stream on here. So if you go to our dashboard, you can see some of the reports that we post. For example, you can see our free price trigger report. And if you click on that, and you don't have a free membership, guess what? It'll take you right to the free member page where you can sign up. In fact, I'm going to put this in the live chat here. So if anybody can go to this page and check it out and click on these things, the best thing to do is click right on that free report, because it'll open a page that gives you access to the free membership. And if you have a free membership, you'll be able to see our free price trigger report of the week. Right now, this week we've been doing Litecoin. Next week we're going back to forex if you're interested in that, which is I always say, cryptos are sort of the cool thing that everybody loves, myself included. But there's nothing easier than starting with forex trading. Setting up the account is super easy. Setting up the trades themselves is super easy. The tools that are provided to you. So it's a great way to break in. So even if you don't love forex, you're not that interested in it, it's a great way to learn how to use the system and to learn how to trade. So, but anyway, these are the types of accounts that we use. We have crypto reports. So for example, our action pack has crypto reports plus 3 forex reports. Our plus membership, which right now is on sale from $169 a month to $99 a month with coupon. Check that out. Lock in that monthly sale. With our plus membership, you get more crypto reports, many more, close to 40 reports every night. And then also our full forex report, which has all the major pairs you would want to trade for forex, and then some. So even a few weird pairs, but that report is extremely useful. And then obviously equities, futures, indexes, and foreign equities. So with all of that available, depending on which membership you have with us, you're going to want to belong to 1, 2, 3 different exchanges, or brokerages is the right term. So we actually have links right on our report page. So for cryptos, we generally use a thing called KuCoin. And why do we use KuCoin? Honestly, it's not because it's the best crypto exchange. It's because it's the easiest to join and use wherever you are. All right, so KuCoin has very simple KYC requirements, virtually no KYC requirements to start using it. So very cool. Alternatively, some of you are overseas, many of you are overseas, and have access to Binance.com. That's fantastic. But in general, just to start off, we use KuCoin.com. We have a link right there for you to join it. And to use KuCoin, there are virtually no minimums. Well, there is no minimum required to open that account. You could just go sign up, put your email in, your password, and go through the account setup, you're ready to go. And then you can fund it later with Bitcoin or whatever crypto you're going to throw in there. So very easy. And you can actually start using that platform with very little. I mean, we've had members who threw $50 worth of Bitcoin into their KuCoin and started trading. We don't recommend that, you know, but but you can. Forex, oanda.com, that's micro forex trading. And that's what I was referring to earlier as the easiest way to start trading. And the thing that's so easy about it is the tools provided. You know, you can enter your stop on your buy and sell orders at the same time that you enter them. Very easy to update your stops. You can set trailing stops on orders. It's just very easy to use. So I always recommend that as a good place to start if you're brand new to trading. And then if you're going to get a pro account and trade equities, futures, indexes, and foreign equities, you're going to want a Thinkorswim account. All right. So those are the three main platforms. You can use whatever you want to use our system. These are the ones that we use and the ones that we generally have our tutorials based on. Okay. And yes, we've got some tutorials up in this piece for you all. In fact, I want to show you, Dex. I don't even know if you saw this yet. Let me see if I can remember the link. I think this is the right link. I typed it from, yeah, I got it right.
People have been asking me questions about the website, and I always say, holler at Frank. Or holler at Cramerica. They can walk you through it.
So, for example, if you're looking at all this and you go, well, I don't know how to use these accounts. I don't know how to trade. And I've never done this before. This is a little bit sneaky because this is brand new. This isn't even linked off of the site yet, but by the end of the day, it will be. But pages
Look at you with all these surprises, man. Look at you in the lab.
Oh man, I got to get this off the screen actually. So I've given too much away there. Let me give our Forex page. Here we go.
By the way, are you recording or is this live?
It's live on YouTube.
Okay.
Let me see if I got this link right. I could show this page. All right. So for example, this is a great example. This page is still being worked on, but it's a good example of the kind of stuff you'll find at PulseWave Trading. This is our Forex page dedicated to showing you how to use the system, what our top pairs are that we like to use to trade, Dex's favorite pairs, how to place an order, how to add a trailing stop, how to add to your Forex position. These are the things that we take you by the hand and show you deliberately. Okay. So all that to say, you need an account of some type. Then you need some capital, but not a lot of capital. So for example, as I said, crypto and Forex, you can get those accounts open literally with no money. Very easy to do. And then fund them later. Dex recommends $250 to $500 to trade with, depending on what you're trading, whether it's Forex or crypto or whatever.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, for that money, that recommendation is for micro Forex trading with ONA and for cryptocurrencies only. It's not for futures and it's not for equities.
Right. And that leads me to the third account, the Thinkorswim. If you are going to trade equities, the requirements for Thinkorswim are a little higher. Now, Dex, can you clarify? I don't know if you looked into this yet. I literally have it on a to-do list for next week. But someone was on with us last week who said they were able to open a Thinkorswim account, throw $100 in, and start trading. Can you clarify? Is that possible, or were they trading?
I don't think they said and start trading. They just said they opened it with $100 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
There's no way in the world they will let you start trading right away with that. This is not 1999. Back in 1999, yes, you could open up a stock brokerage account, throw $500 in there, and start trading immediately. And you could do 100 trades in a day. There was no pattern day trade rule or any of that stuff. But because the people said, "Help us, Mr. Government, Uncle Sam. I didn't know what I was doing and I lost my life savings."
Sorry.
Yep. So then the government said, "Okay, fine, we'll fix it. We'll make it so that you can never do this again." And boom, you can't do it anymore. Most brokerages want at least $3,000 to $3,000 to begin trading with. You can open the account with no money, but if you're going to fund it for trading, you better have that minimum requirement or you won't be able to trade. Now, once you've done that and you've met the minimum requirement, you don't have to maintain that balance. So your balance can drop below the initial balance to open the account to start trading, doesn't matter. But in order to initiate trading, you got to have it at a certain balance. You can call the customer support team over at Thinkorswim, and they can break it down to you a little bit more than I can. But that is the gist of it.
That's the idea.
Yeah, and the other thing to keep in mind, I totally lost my train of thought. It's Friday.
I tend to make that happen. I tend to make that happen with my long diatribes.
You guys got to put me back in the freezer for the weekend. It's time for me to. You got to plug me in, put me away.
You're gonna be doing that anyway. It's supposed to be really warm.
Yeah. Oh, really? This weekend's gonna be warm?
Yeah. Yesterday was supposed to have been 80 degrees, and it was nowhere near it. So now I think they're gonna let the weather. You know, every time the weather's supposed to do something, they start flying their airplanes, their jets, and chemtrailing us to death, and then it changes the weather pattern. They can make it sunny if they want. They can make it rain if they want. And I guess today they decided they're going to make the sun come out.
You learn a lot at a PulseWave trading webinar. I know
Yes,
what
you do.
When you're opening your accounts. Let's just put it this way. Let's put it this way. The brokerages will give more experienced traders more options. So when they're asking you about your experience, just know that the more experience you tell them you have, the more options they will open up to you. Is that a good diplomatic way to say it, Dex?
Yes, and the less experience you say that you have, the less opportunities you will be able to have to trade things. Yeah. So that is definitely something to think about.
Yes, and there is no harm in making yourself sound experienced. How's that? All right.
Exactly.
So next thing you're going to need two other things when it comes to PulseWave trading, and then we'll get to what people are waiting for. Hold on one second. There we go. Oh, come on. Nope. Oh, I know what's happening. I'm clicking away and the computer's not ready for me. So you're going to need a way to choose your trades, and you're going to need a way to manage your trades. So we're going to talk about that next. Let's pull up a report here. I have a theory that some people are coming to the webinars to get free information because they know I tend to screen through the reports.
Okay.
So we've got to start. I've got to. I don't know. I should make fake report pages for our webinars. That's what I'll do. People won't know it, and they'll get all screwed up. So first of all, let's look at an example. All of these have been out for a long time, and it's almost Friday afternoon. So full disclosure, be careful trying to use these reports. Many of them have already been violated. So for example, this is our crypto USD report. This is available to our Plus members and Pro members. You do get cryptos and forex with your Action Pack membership. But this particular report with all the USD pairs and then the other report with all the BTC pairs is available from our Plus membership up. Did I mention it's on sale? So for example, so I would come into here and I've got 20 plus pairs or 19 pairs, I think, that I can search through on here. So how do I choose? Well, there's a couple of different ways. First off, there's going to be rally and crash alerts on things most days. Okay, so for example, here's our Bitcoin Cash, and it had a secondary rally alert, gave you some information if it was downtrending, which I don't remember if it was. Bitcoin USD, secondary rally alert, expect higher prices. If there's a downtrend, we could be seeing a bottom. And this is actually an interesting trigger for today because it's so tight. So very interesting trigger.
A note to be added to that. All right. There was an update that was done this week, whether people noticed it or not, and I added the soybean and cotton algorithm to the reports.
Oh wow!
Some people noticed it, some people didn't, and that is the infamous paired system that got me kicked out of the trading pit.
Too good.
So I said, forget it. It's time to let all things go. And so that's what you've been using. So what happens now, very subtly, is when you're looking at those reports, the 911 price triggers, the alerts, they mean something different now. If you see a 911, that is a buy for the day. That means that regardless of what you saw on a chart, there's buying going on, whether it's secret, whether it's in dark pools, whatever.
Oh, that's interesting.
The bias is to the long side of the market. If you see a minus 911, the bias is to the downside of the market. Also, coming this Sunday, the momentum trick, which we'll be talking about a little bit later, is also getting an update. It's going to do something it has never done before.
Oh, wow.
You know how sometimes you look at the PulseWave reports and you get a little overwhelmed because you're like, man, I don't know what the market's going to do. It's been crazy. It's been up. It's been down. It's been sideways. It's been all over the place. And then you want to rub the magic genie lamp. You want to rub the crystal ball so that you can get an idea what say if the algo, what would you do, algo? Now the momentum trick is going to also talk to you. And it will let you know if it is on if the bias is to the long side of the market or the bear side of the market. The momentum trick serves multi-purposes, and we'll get into more of that a little later in the webinar. But yes, a surprise is definitely coming this Sunday.
Powerful.
So yeah, man, we're always striving to make things better, easier, simple, so that you don't even have to think. You get the report, open it, look at it, and place a trade and go about your day. Yeah,
this is the thing I'm always trying to tell people. You will often refer to things that are happening with the reports, and someone will say, how do I do that? And I'll say, just use the triggers. And it's funny because the way you talk about it, you'll say, oh, you're going to watch this and you're going to do that. And then it's like, well, how do I do that? Oh, just use the price triggers.
Exactly.
So
exactly
all the advice Dex gives comes down to just using the buy and sell trigger the right way that we teach you. But the reports themselves are now making all kinds of dynamic decisions, quote unquote, decisions behind the scenes based on the algorithm. So there's features under the hood that are getting turned on and off depending on market factors. It's very powerful. So we'll get into that in sort of the post webinar aspect when we talk about the momentum trigger. So as we say with the reports, you can look through rallies to try to see what you're interested in. At the end of the day, most of us have a list of favorites that we're going to look at, like I said. So I can come here, and if you missed that, all I did was type in BTC right here. And I'll let you guys watch it again. See all the reports down here? I'm going to type in BTC, and it's going to give me just the one I'm looking for. Very, very easy to search these reports. You know, back in the day, the reports had a million different symbols and colors and areas on it. Now we're just giving you the buy trigger with your stop loss, your sell trigger with your stop loss, and the rallying crash alerts, and then some stuff over here we'll talk about later. So very easy. And if you're a new trader and you say, well, I don't know what to trade, so you keep saying you should have a short list, we're happy to help you with that. For example, one of the new pages we have has Dex's 5 favorite forex pairs. So if you're coming in and you're saying, well, I've never traded anything before, what am I going to do? You know, let us know. We're happy to help you figure out a nice short list of things to keep an eye on every day. Point being, no one's going to trade all the triggers. No one's going to trade all the rally alerts or all the crash alerts. That's just physically impossible. So what you want to do is figure out a place to start, and you can grow from there. So that's how to choose your trades. And then we talk about how to manage our trades. So let me take you through what I like to call a day in the life of a PulseWaver. What does a member at PulseWave Trading or a user of the system do? We break it down to pick, order, pop. Okay, so we're going to pick our trades, place our orders, and then pop our way through it. Pop is our method for how to manage an open trade. And again, you know, talking about being a part of PulseWave Trading, we're not sitting around waiting for direction on what to do. Dex will do that. He'll come in with alerts and special things. He tells us about his positions, tells us about things that are happening in the news or things that are happening in the market. So, you know, you have access to him as a resource. But the point is, the system is something that you can use on your own very simply in a very straightforward way. So our reports are posted every night. First thing you're going to do is pick. That is, figure out what you want to trade. I think my computer's catching up with me again, so let's just give it a second here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it went like 50 things ahead. So first, it's so annoying. First thing you're going to do, I did all these upgrades to my computer system this week, but I think I still just need to upgrade the computer itself. So
yeah, that's a telltale sign.
Yeah, I got an eGPU and all this stuff to speed it up, and it's still lame. Choose a trade from the price trigger reports. Showed you how to do that. Then order. We use a special kind of order known as a stop order. And a stop order is very simple. We take our price trigger and we say to the market, don't get me in, don't make my order a reality unless and until it hits my price trigger. And then we get into the market there. And so if those orders get filled, we then have to manage our active trades. So, you know, other trading services where you're relying on a guru to give you their updates every few hours, you're looking for them to say, okay, here's my stop, or here's where I'm getting out. We don't do that. We use a thing called the POP method. In fact, we showed you a page about the POP method a little earlier. We use a thing called the POP method to manage any active position. And it's the same thing Dex does when he's in an active trade. It's the same thing I do when I'm in an active trade. And we show you how to do it in really just a few minutes. In fact, my video, which includes things like how to read a candle bar and the entire POP method, how to use it, was under 20 minutes. I just made a new one. So we're talking about a system you're going to use to update your stops for the rest of your life. And really, he spent about 12 minutes showing people how to do it in a video. So very, very easy to do. So the way the POP method works is first your computer stops working, and then you sit there like an idiot. You hit next over and over again. And then what it does is it catches up to you and spoils your next slide. That's how it. No, that's not the POP method. That's my computer today. Use the POP method to lock in profits and limit downside. So the way it works is we show you how to use a couple of specific tools that are available to anybody, but we show you a very specific way to set them up and use them so that you could look at a chart and within seconds figure out where to move your stops so that you can lock in profits or limit losses on an active trade. Now, here's the thing. Some of you are new to trading. You don't even realize how big a deal it is, what I'm telling you. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Like, they don't get it. They don't get what it's like to be following somebody who's giving you trades in a trading room, and then you have to get in your car and go to the store, and all of a sudden they're screaming, sell, sell, sell. It's a stressful way to live. With this, I open my phone and I have immediate wise choices about where to set my stop to lock in profit on an active trade. Happens to me all the time. Sometimes I wake up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I'll check my phone and update a stop and lock in profit in seconds, blurry-eyed in the middle of the night. That's how easy the POP method is. So that's available. That's one of the only things we don't give to our free members, other than all of the price trigger reports, is we don't give you access to our full education suite. We give you access to our basic intro so you could get your footing for how to use the system. But once you join any of our membership levels, you get access to our full education resources. So let's talk for a minute about what's available to you in terms of membership at PulseWave Trading. We have 3 membership tiers, and we don't usually show pricing, but the sales are so good right now that it's kind of worth it. So, in fact, let me put this link.
I mean, you have to be just one of those people that say, you know what, I'm not interested in learning how to trade the markets, and I don't need an income stream. I'm rich enough. Yeah, because that's how ridiculous the pricing is right now.
That's if you're the person who doesn't need additional income, that's cool. you can give us some of that money. So our action pack, $69, gets you started with both crypto and forex. The crypto pairs of the USD. It does not include that BTC USD pair that I love so much and that so many people love so much, but it is a great package to get trading. It's worth your while. $69 a month. You're not going to find it.
Can't beat that.
You can't, and it gives you access to 2 different kinds of instruments and 9 different tradable pairs. I mean, that's just fantastic. And if you think, oh, you said there's thousands of reports. Honestly, this is more than I use on a weekly basis, with the exception of the BTC pair, which is part of the Plus membership.
Likewise.
As you know, Dex let me have a pro membership, folks, with the PulseWave Trading. So, I'm kidding, of course. So, and then we have our Plus membership, which is our full crypto USD and our crypto BTC and our full forex report. as well as access to all our education stuff. And right now that is $169 a month, but we have a coupon, lock in $99 a month. Okay. And then of course there is the big one, our PulseWave Pro. If you are an equities trader, you want to trade futures, or if you want to trade foreign equities, then you need the PulseWave Pro. There's no other place to find that beautiful purple report that has around 1,300 equities on it, as well as the futures and indexes. Okay, so that's a good one. We have just rolled this out, our 3-month Pro. You get almost a month free. 3 months, $299. You get more than a month free. I'm counting month free based on the sale price. Based on the actual price, you get like way more than a month free. But based on the sale price, you get a full month free because it's $249. And then we have our yearly. If you're trading with us for real and you're an equities trader, some of you out there look at that and you go, oh, that's a lot. It's over 60% off our monthly plan, and it's an incredible savings. So if you're an equities trader, that is a wise deal. Reach out to us. We'll set you up with an invoice for that. Plus yearly, if you're a crypto trader, just trading cryptos and just forex, plus yearly is a no-brainer, $8.99. You save over 50% off your monthly. So those deals are worthwhile, but don't hesitate. $69 a month to get started with the action pack. Take action, get going. What is this? Crypto noob just signed up today?
All right.
Welcome.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
That's awesome, man. Great way to start your weekend. And you're coming in. I'll post a link to that new pop method page because I'm not ready to put it on the website yet in terms of like, I got to find a good place to link it. But those of you who want to see the new pop method videos, I'll post those in the Slack for those of you who are in the premium Slack, and get that to you soon. All right. That's it for the webinar. Dex, we did promise one other thing. And that is, we're going to talk a little bit about the momentum trigger. And I got to be honest, even I was kind of blown away. Dex and I used to always do these videos together where we would talk about, we would come up with like 5 tips for this and 5 tips for that on trading. And so I kind of thought we'd be doing that today. And I was like, Dex, listen, people ask me about how to use this momentum trigger. And I'll show you folks what I'm talking about when I talk about the momentum trigger. Here's an example, just pulling up the report. So for example, on our BTC report, oh, sorry, I screwed that up. BTC report, you got your buy trigger, rally crash, trend momentum. Not talking about this. I'm talking about the trigger. Then you got your sell trigger, weekly buy sell. And then this thing right here, this additional price that's just on the page. Sometimes it matches this number. Sometimes it matches this number. It has it's a weird number that does all kinds of weird things. And Dex likes to talk about that. He likes to talk about intraday price triggers and all this kind of stuff. And so I get these questions from people where they say, what is that? How do I use it? Show me how to do it. And so Dex and I talked this morning, and he has 3 things to tell you pulse wavers about the momentum trigger. First off, and then Dex, I'm just going to bring up the bullets, man, and then you can drop us a minute or 2 of wisdom on what this means. Sound good?
All right, no problem, no problem.
And then we'll officially start our Friday, which I know it's Take Back Friday, but for me it feels like Take a Nap Friday. All right, here we go, buddy. It's got these kids running around my house. First off, the momentum trigger itself, even though it has its own column right there and it's showing you a number, using the momentum trigger is actually baked into the new reports. It's built in. Can you elaborate on that, Dex?
Yes, but I'm not going to.
Son of a biscuit.
I know, right? No, seriously.
Stop
Basically,
me.
I love it.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Well, all I care about is the money.
Oh, wait, I don't have that one ready. Hold on. You cued me and I don't have it. How dare you? Wait, here we go.
All you can talk about is money.
That's right. That's right.
We shouldn't make fun of her. Got it. She got the virus, Greta. The poor thing.
She did, for real?
For real. I do not rejoice in that. That poor.
Oh, that's messed up.
That poor little girl being used by the globalists as a shill for their nonsense got sick with the freaking virus. I feel bad for her. So
yeah, well, we pray a speedy recovery for the young lady.
Dreams.
The momentum trigger. Okay, so
People are
It's a
dying.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Greta is being rude right now. Greta, I'm ashamed of you. Just because you have the coronavirus does not give you the right to interrupt me when I'm talking.
We are in
Go
the
to your room.
of a mass extinction.
Look, you need to go to your room. I'm tired of hearing about that. Go to
Wrong.
your room.
She wasn't wrong about a mass extinction. She was just wrong about what was going to cause it.
Ooh,
Systems.
he opened that door. Don't tease me. I'll run through that door. Don't tease me.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. Woo. Okay. So, the momentum trigger is a combination of several different mechanisms. All right. The price is very mobile. Okay, it's very mobile, which means that there are times when the momentum trigger. Well, first of all, let me give you its purposes first. The number one purpose of the momentum trigger is to run the institutional stops in the market. That's number one. It lets you know where the intraday price inflection point is going to be located. All right, it lets you know where the intraday price inflection point will be located for the following trading day. It gives you this information in advance so that you can be prepared for it. All right. Sometimes the intraday price inflection point will be located on the sell side of the market. Sometimes it will be located on the buy side of the market. All right. And what you're waiting to have happen is for the market to reach the intraday price inflection point. All right. Sometimes the market has to rally. Sometimes the market has to crash. All right. And then sometimes you're not even waiting for that. You're just boom. You're just up in there. So taking all that into account, this is what we look for. This is what we are hoping to find. All right. If that makes sense. And that's what we like to look at. So this represents where institutional money is going to come in and push the market one way or another. So instead of them running your stops, you're running theirs. All right. So that's number one. Number two, when in doubt, it lets you know where the momentum is flowing in the market, where the money flows and outflows are happening. So it gives you specific pricing for that in and of itself. That right there alone is a priceless tool right then and there. You really don't even need anything else after that. So that's what it does. It says, hey, you may want to consider thus and so. So it puts you right there where you're in a position to take money off the table. Then in times of uncertainty, it can be used also to let you know where you should put your money. Should you be looking to buy? Is the bias on the long side of the market or the short side of the market? And it'll let you know that because it will equal your buy trigger, or it will equal your sell trigger, or it will equal one of the weekly triggers. But you didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
So you will be seeing more of that come Sunday. That's one of the special upgrades that I'm making to the reports. So you'll see that. So all the guessing, all the guesswork is off the table. You don't have to throw darts at the board. You don't have to roll dice. You don't do any of that. The system will already peep all that out for you. Mm-hmm. It sends us little spiders out through the internet and says, okay, here's where the big money has been parking at. It looks at the put call ratios. It looks at all that stuff.
Oh, look, my computer catching up for me. I clicked that like 5 minutes ago. When you say it's all there for you, the information is on the report. But when it comes to using the information, you're really still just using the buy and sell triggers, correct?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
There's no guesswork of maybe I should use the momentum trigger today instead.
No, the momentum trigger is confirming the price triggers for you.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't bring up my points because you were on a roll there, but you will use it automatically without knowing it. So there's no worry. Maybe today I should use the momentum trigger, because that's where, like, when I was interacting with people, they were like, when do I use that instead? And I was like, I'm going to say you're probably not doing that, but let's do a show with Dex to clarify. And then the third, when you and I were talking, is the bottom line is that it's a dynamic system that adjusts automatically. And what it adjusts is what you're going to use for your buy and sell trigger. So
Correct.
you would never, and Dex, jump in if I'm getting this wrong. I'm saying this, but you tell me if it's right. You would never say, oh, okay, here's our buy trigger for today. Here's our sell trigger today. But for some reason, I'm going to use the momentum trigger instead.
No, you would never do that.
What will happen is this momentum trigger will align with other triggers when the time is right.
It confirms it for you. Correct.
Okay. So it's there. It's interesting to look at, and maybe some of you advanced users will be able to tell something just by looking at it. The rest of us are just going to use our buy trigger and sell trigger.
Yeah, you always use
always
use the buy and sell trigger, always, regardless of anything else.
Cool.
And the momentum triggers is there as a guide, and it also lets you know where the market needs to close in order to change direction.
Oh, that's cool.
Because people will say, well, when is the market going to bottom? When is the market going to top out? This tells you that. This will tell you that hands down.
Yeah. As of today's data, and I know somebody's watching, they're going to try to use this like 3 weeks from now, thinking it's still valid. We're talking about today's report.
It's updated every day.
It's updated every day. So if we close below the momentum trigger today, that's really going to tell us something.
If you close below the momentum trigger in the momentum trigger, the other word for the momentum trigger is intraday price inflection point. That's its original name.
Yeah.
I narrowed down and called it a momentum trigger. So the momentum trigger, basically, let's say that the Dow, it will let you know what the Dow needs to do. The Dow needs to close above that price inflection point in order to maintain a bullish outlook, or close below it to maintain a bearish outlook. It's just that simple, and that's for any and every market. If it closes above or below its price inflection point, it's either bullish or bearish, and opens the door for either more selling on the next trading session or buying. It's very simple.
Okay, that was very helpful. That spoke to my heart. All right, cool. I think we did it. All right, thanks everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Dex, thanks so much, man, for all your hard work, and you've been a comforting voice for those of us trying to trade these markets for this week. So we appreciate you, man.
Hey,
right.
no worries.
Pulse waivers, head over pulsewavetrading.com. I'm going to put a link in the live chat. Of course, there's always links in the description. And here's the thing: if you don't have a free membership with us, that's just I don't know. It's like, did we hurt you? You know, show us on the chart where the markets hurt you, because there's no reason not to have a free membership with us. You go to pulsewavetrading.com. We usually have this as the top link on our description when we post our descriptions. I just popped it in the live chat there. This free membership gives you a free price trigger trade of the week. And when we say free price trigger trade of the week, we do not mean we're going to throw some number at you at the beginning of the week and say, have fun. What we mean is you're going to get access to not only a free trigger, but education on how to use it. And that free trigger is going to be updated every weeknight. So when we say free trade of the week, we don't mean some stupid newsletter that's going to say, hey, take a look at Tesla. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about actually using our system, usually with a forex or crypto pair, where you're able to enter the market using the trigger every night. And then we are providing you, since we don't teach free members how to use a pop method, we're providing you with pop stops throughout.
Mm-hmm.
So let me show you, for example. I got to admit, I was a little quiet this week, but
we've been in the lab, man. It's been a busy week, dude.
It hasn't been too bad though. I've been on top of it for the most part. So, for example, you'll see this is the free price trigger room. We've got our support, the executive cat lady, posting links about what we're doing all day. This is what free members get, folks. This is what we give people who don't pay us a thing. You can imagine what you get as a paid member. Here's our stop loss updates. Not only am I giving you stop loss updates, but I'm using the system to give you two different options that have two different purposes. So, for example, on this particular day on the free trade, I gave you a lock-in profit stop and I give you a stay-in-trade stop because I'm cool like that. So, so folks, you get a lot with your free membership. It's where's my, oh, there it is. No, I had another. There it is. So you get the free membership, you get the free Slack, you get some of our instructions, and you get a feel for what we do. Dex is in there. I'm in there. We're taking questions. We have a community that's in there that's talking. It's better than Facebook anyway. Even if you just want to talk to the coolest people on the planet, that's another reason for get a free membership.
Exactly.
People from all over the world. We do one disclaimer. There is a very powerful Australian faction, and we can't control them. They're there. They might own PulseWave Trading at this point, Dex. We're gonna have
Pretty
to ask,
much.
we're gonna have to ask ours kicker if you know how much we're gonna get paid and stuff like that. So
Yeah, because the Aussies are definitely representing in the trade room.
So many cool Aussies now in the trade room. So, all right, I got to stop. I'm like a motor mouth today. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Thank you, Dex. Everybody have a great weekend. Stay safe. We're gonna get through this. We're gonna be all right, and we'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.
Peace.
I'm getting that blue wheel on my end broadcast. Hold on.